HIKEEBA, folks. This is Pete 58 with Shadow the Hedgehog, and we're about 90 minutes or so away from the first official Alien Day, April 26, 2016. Now, the reason I guess they made this Alien Day, or the reason to have an Alien Day, was because Back to the Future Day was so celebrated. So Fox, who owns Alien, the Alien franchise, decided to make April 26th Aliens Day. And the reason it's April 26th is because the planet LV, or the X-Moon LV 426, that's the reason why it's April 26th. That's kind of weak to me, but that's fine. I'm a big fan of the franchise, aren't you, Shadow? Yes. And yeah, I've been in love with the movies since I was like 10 years old. The first one I saw was the original. I'd seen that late one night when I was like 10 or 11. It was around the time Alien 3 was out in theaters, and I had finally seen part 1, and then I'd seen part 2 not long after that. And part 2 that's the one that I like the most. That's my most favorite. I've seen all 4 of the original movies. I've seen Prometheus. I've seen Alien vs. Predator and AVP Requiem. I've seen all the Alien movies there are, or at least related to aliens. But my most favorite one, and as many people I'm sure, is the 1986 classic sequel to Ridley Scott's movie, which was James Cameron's Aliens. The original movie in theaters was, it was a big different take from the way Ridley Scott did it. People our age, or people our age, people right now are into the Alien Isolation game, and that's what the original movie was like. If you haven't seen it, it's like that game. It's just atmosphere, it's scary, and I really love that movie too. I thought it was the scariest movie ever, or one of. But to me, the number one movie of total action, total James Cameron, like #1 explosions and shit, is this movie, which is Aliens. And this is it has a director's cut, and this is cool. There's something cool about it, so I'm going to show you in a minute. But it's this time it's war. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of dark in here, but it's it's the director's cut, collector's edition. And I got this about 7 years ago. I was at a Walmart once, and they had the whole Alien movie set, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. Had them all, and it was only like $30 or something. I was like, oh, I gotta get money and come back and get it. I had money the next week. Came back, it was gone, and I was really pissed because I loved all the Alien movies. Even the AVP, and I didn't really care for those movies, but I did like them. When I was a kid, I read some of the Dark Horse comics. I was always a big Aliens fan. And in my search looking for the whole 4-movie set, I found this instead. And this was just the second movie, which was cool. It was my most favorite out of all 4 of them. And here's the thing I think is really cool about this set. Now, it's a 2-disc set. One has the films, and the other one has tons of special features, which I watched all of multiple times. A lot of cool stuff. The thing that was really interesting was it's a 2-disc set, but here's something I want to show you, and hopefully you can see it. The light's kind of poor, but it says disc 3. I don't know if you can see that right there, which is interesting because there's only 2 discs, and usually when you get like a set, it'll say disc 1 or disc 2, and this just jumps right to 3 and 4. See, and here's the one with all the special features, and it's disc 4. And I thought that was really strange, and then I wondered if maybe it wasn't part of the original set I had seen with the 4 movies, and maybe they just broke it down into each separate movies because each one is great on their own merit, or at least the first 2 are. And I just thought that was cool about this. It's a disc 3 and 4, and I wondered if they didn't just break down the set and just sell it individually, which sucks because I would have bought all of them. I'm a big fan of this series, even 3, which some people are the most critical of. But I mean, I grew up, the first one was made the year I was born, 79. So I didn't see it until about the same time I saw the second one, and that was when the third one was out in theaters. So I kind of saw them right in a row, 1, 2, and 3. And by the time I got to part 3, I was totally in love with Sigourney Weaver. I was going through puberty, so you can imagine. And you remember all those scenes with her and her panties, man. Whew. Yeah, I was 12, and here she is. She's kicking like alien ass, and so she was really hot. So you can imagine my devastation when I saw part 3, and she just fucking does a header. Spoiler alert: she does a header into a fucking like a jet fuel. I forget what it's called, but it's like an inferno thing. She jumps in as the thing out of her chest. Really devastated me on an emotional level. I mean, I wasn't crying, but I was like, oh man. So they ain't gonna make any more. But they did about 4 years later, Alien Resurrection. Another one that's kind of panned upon, but I thought it was cool. So did I. You know, I mean, it had Winona Ryder, and it had, you know, Ron Perlman, you know, Hellboy, and that weird dude in all those other movies like The Doors, and that weird, what the, I forget his name at the moment, but that dude, he's just got this, like, he has a handsome face, but he's really scary. You know, he's just like, he's always a weird guy or an evil dude in a movie. He's in it. You know, very cool movie. People say I've heard people say it's an imitation of the second movie. You know, just like the third movie is an imitation of the first movie, because the third one is like the first one, there's only one alien, whereas the second one and the fourth one, there's a clusterfuck of aliens. So, you know, you have, you know, in my order, I'd watch, in my favorite, I was second, the first, then the fourth, then the third. So, yeah, I mean, those are my favorites in that order. I'm not including the Prometheus movie. I mean, even though it is part of the series, I guess. You know, the next one's going to be called Alien Covenant, so I don't know if you call that an Alien prequel or Prometheus sequel. But I'm just talking about basically the core films that came out when I was basically throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You know, the ones that were building up the mythology to what became, to what it is today. You know, they're going to have Ridley Scott. He's going to do another Prometheus sequel or another Alien prequel called Alien Covenant. It's not due out till sometime in 2017. That may change. I'm sure it will. You know, but hopefully, you know, it'll be good, because I saw Prometheus at a drive-in, and I didn't like the ending. Was okay. You know, I was like, you know, there better be a sequel after that, because there was just some stuff I didn't, you know, wasn't jiving up yet, and I think Ridley Scott knows that, and I think he did that on purpose so he can make more, and I hope he does. I like the series, I like the franchise. You know, I'd like to see, you know, this reimagined part 3 that I heard about briefly, and then I don't know, I haven't heard about it since. They said something about Sigourney Weaver coming back as Ellen Ripley, and they're gonna just say fuck 3 and 4, they never happened. But I only saw that briefly. Now I can do a little bit more research, but I don't usually do that. You know, movie rumors are rumors, and until I see the fucking trailer, I'm not gonna try and stress out about it, because they may not make this fucking movie. This Prometheus sequel's been waiting for a while. You know, some movies just never get made, and so I try not to get it all, you know, hung up on it and wait. And, you know, like I said, once the trailer comes out, then I'll be like, oh, okay. You know, I just, because you can go on imdb.com, and there's all kinds of shit that's rumored, and that's supposed to be like an official site. So you know, hopefully they do make this Alien 3, whatever they're supposed to be doing. But in the meantime, it's going to be Ridley Scott's try to, you know, show us how it all started, how the LV-426 developed these xenomorphs. That's their actual name, xenomorph. Many changes, or what have you. But that was always my favorite series. As far as the video games go, I didn't play all of them. I played, you know, a couple. I was a 90s kid, so I played the Alien 3 game on Sega Genesis, which, you know, it's nothing like the movie. It's just called Alien 3, and you do play a bald-headed Ripley. But that's it. I mean, in the movie, she had no weapons, and there was one alien. In the game, you have all the weapons that she had at the end of Part 2, and there's aliens everywhere. And the game it's really hard. Sometimes these licensed games are just fucking hard. They're good, but they're hard. This game, I thought it was okay. You know, I mean, eventually I just had to Game Genie it just to see what happened at the end. And, you know, it was a tough game. You know, I mean, you get past like the third level. Oh my god, man. I mean, it goes like 17 levels or something like that. Yeah, I need a Game Genie to beat it. That was an okay game. And I played some AVP games. They're okay. I played one, I think it was on Sega or maybe Super Nintendo. It was a beat 'em up. You were the Predator and you just beat up random aliens. And then there was a PC version. It was kind of a first-person shooter. Yeah, that was okay. I didn't really care for it. And then there, you know, the Colonial Marines. Everyone knows that debacle. That was okay. I just hate when they make games like that. It really did suck. It was shit. And I'm sorry Sega was getting sued for it. Because I love Sega. They're my favorite console makers when I was a kid. But yeah, they got themselves in a sticky situation. But Alien Isolation, which I suck at, is probably the best Alien game ever made. You know, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, there's no other way, you know, to really make an Alien game good unless, you know, you do it like, you know, like a jump scare. They tried the James Cameron approach, and even though this movie kind of inspired games to be created like Doom or Wolfenstein, it just didn't work, you know. It's the scary game, the scary jump scare game that works for it, because, you know, it just is, you know. It sucks, but it's the way it works, because we all wanted this to be a game that was as good as the movie, as the second one. The first one is a great movie. It's probably, I mean, most people are going to say that's the greatest movie ever made. And then, you know, this one, I prefer the second one over the first, but I still love the first one. But, you know, I mean, which one do you prefer? I like the second one too. You know, I liked all the scary shit in the first one. You know, I liked being scared. And the second one is scary, but it's a lot of, you know, like fucking action and shit, but not dumb action. It's James Cameron action. You know, so it's fucking crazy. It's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger sticking around, you know, fuck out of here. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not knocking him. It's just, you know, I mean, you're gonna fight an alien, you're gonna say shit like that, man. They bleed acid. Predator, maybe, yeah, because what's he gonna do? He's just gonna bleed fucking antifreeze on you. I don't know. He'd kick your ass. I know he would, but he's just a movie creature. Well, that does it. I just wanted to, you know, celebrate Alien Day and talk about it because it's one of my favorite movies, Aliens, and the whole series. I love all the movies, you know. I'd watch them all the time if I could. And I just wanted to share that with everybody because it's the first Alien Day, and there's all kinds of cool stuff going on. They got the new Reebok shoe that Alan Ripley wore in the second one, Sigourney Weaver. Kind of an ugly sneaker, but I don't know. I like the Back to the Future sneaker, the Nike one. That was cool. But the Back to the Future and the Aliens Future are two different filmmaking styles. One's like a gritty one, and one's supposed to be crystal clean. So you can't expect the Reebok sneakers from Aliens to be all that glamorous. They're supposed to be going on sale, I think, today or tomorrow. They haven't even listed a price yet, so you know they're going to be like fucking $600. You know, too bad she couldn't wear Chuck Taylors in the movie. Okay, well, I'm going to stop now, and, you know, I hope everybody has a happy Alien Day. I know I will. I'm going to probably watch the Aliens movie tonight or tomorrow, hopefully, if I have time. Got a lot of stuff going on. And, Shadow, are you ready to spin dash us out? Yes, okay. By the way, my newest book, The Time Rippers, Book 2, Gettysburg, is available for sale on Amazon.com. The first Time Rippers book is available for free at the Internet Archive. The links to all my works, all my written works, are down in the description below. Please spin dash that like and sub button. And like I said, Shadow, you ready to spin dash us out? Yes! Alrighty, let's do it. HIKEEBA!